Today, we're diving into something very interesting for the future of Xbox and Microsoft's gaming direction, a potential next-generation Xbox handheld. But before you get too excited thinking we're getting an Xbox-branded Steam Deck anytime soon, we've got some updates that might shift your expectations. Let's talk about what's really going on behind the scenes at Microsoft, because there's more to the story than you might think. So first off, let's rewind a bit. You might remember those recent FCC filings that surfaced. They revealed a mysterious ASUS handheld that was co-developed with Xbox. It looked kind of like a mashup between the ASUS ROG Ally and an Xbox controller. Definitely raised some eyebrows. It was kind of strange, yeah, but in a cool way. A ROG Ally with molded Xbox handles? That's definitely one way to stand out in the handheld market. Naturally, people started speculating. Is this the future of Xbox? Is Microsoft finally making a serious move into handheld gaming? Well, not quite. According to a new report from Jez Corden over at Windows Central, Microsoft is shifting gears. Internally, Microsoft has reportedly restructured some priorities, focusing less on building their own dedicated handheld and more on improving Windows 11 for handheld gaming devices. Yep, instead of launching their own Xbox-branded portable console anytime soon, they're now focused on supporting third-party OEMs, companies like ASUS, Lenovo, and others, with better software and OS integration. The goal? Make Windows 11 actually work well on handhelds. So what happened to that rumored next-gen Xbox handheld? The one many thought would arrive around 2027, launching alongside Microsoft's next-generation console? That idea is not totally dead, but according to these sources, it's been put on hold. Microsoft still wants to make it happen eventually, but they're just not in a rush anymore. Their priority right now is third-party devices like the ASUS Project Kennen and making sure Windows 11 can actually compete with SteamOS, which, let's be real, it currently can't. Let's talk about that for a second. In side-by-side comparisons, SteamOS is simply better for handheld gaming. It's faster, it's more efficient, and it's optimized to preserve battery life. Something that's crucial on a portable device. We've seen this firsthand with devices like the Lenovo Legion Go. You can get it pre-installed with either SteamOS or Windows, and guess what? The SteamOS version just performs better. It boots faster, it runs games smoother, it drains less battery. So, Microsoft is feeling the pressure. And they should. If they want to stay relevant in the handheld gaming space, they need to make Windows 11 a real contender. From a business standpoint, this pivot actually makes a lot of sense. Microsoft isn't a hardware-first company like Nintendo or even Sony. They're a software company and a very successful one at that. So, focusing on making Windows 11 the go-to OS for gaming handhelds aligns perfectly with their strengths. If they can create a specialized version of Windows 11, maybe a Windows 11 Gaming Edition or handheld mode, optimized for devices like the ROG Ally or Legion Go, they can dominate this space without even building their own handheld. Imagine buying a third-party handheld with a clean, snappy Windows UI that boots straight into Game Pass and Xbox Cloud Gaming. That's a win-win for Microsoft. Now don't get it twisted, Microsoft is still hard at work on their next-generation Xbox console. That's reportedly set to launch sometime around 2027, and they've hyped it up as their biggest technological leap in gaming yet. But clearly, their focus has shifted away from selling hardware and more towards Game Pass, software, and ecosystem reach. They've already shown they're not afraid to put Xbox exclusives on other platforms. They want to be everywhere, your console, your PC, your phone, maybe even a handheld. So whether it's their own device or a partner product, Microsoft wants to make sure Xbox is in your hands, one way or another. Will we ever get an official Xbox handheld? Honestly? Yeah, probably. But it's not coming anytime soon. If we had to guess based on the current direction, we're looking at a 2029 or even 2030 release. And by that point, it won't just be about the hardware. It'll be about the entire Xbox ecosystem running seamlessly on a portable platform. But they need to get the foundation right first, and that means fixing Windows for handhelds, making sure drivers, UI, performance, and battery life are all competitive with what SteamOS is already doing well. So to wrap it up, Microsoft isn't abandoning handheld gaming, but But instead of rushing to launch an Xbox-branded device, they're playing the long game. They're betting on software, partnerships, and making sure Windows 11 is ready for the future. And honestly, that might be the smarter move. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you want a dedicated Xbox handheld? Or are you fine with third-party devices running Xbox software? Would you buy a ROG Ally if it had a custom Xbox OS? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates on Xbox, Game Pass, and all things gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.